Holy! Holy broski! Hello, chat! My little scrumptiouses! My little pookie bears! Hey, chat, how's everyone doing today? Is everyone having a good day? We all having a good day today, eh? YouTube, TikTok, or are we saying no? What are we saying no? Day 3 of the qualifiers. My little scrumdiddlyumptiouses. Let me pull up the YouTube chat as well. We got the TikTok chat. Yo, peeing with the galaxy straight off the bat. Bro, there's only 70 people in the TikTok stream, and peeing gave us a galaxy straight away as soon as we started the stream. That's crazy, bro. Yeah, you know what else is crazy? Chat, we're leaving that in 2024. We're leaving it in... Whoa, damn! Is that a 50 gifted members from Tokyo YT? Holy, broski! Oh my god, yo, I just seen that on YouTube. Let's go, Tokyo. Thanks so much, man. I appreciate it, brother. Thank you very much, broski! Chat, the ruling still stands. The teams that got banned are still banned. I'll take a minute to talk about it. Basically, even if the team, well, the first team got banned because they were obviously hacking. The country that these people are from is irrelevant to me. I do not care. I live in a country that is not involved in any geopolitical stuff ever. I could care less. So when you say you're targeting us for our I do not care. I don't care what country you're from. I'm from Northern Ireland. I literally live in a country with less of a population than my subscriber growth. I have 2 times my country's population in subs. I do not care about what country you are from. It just does not enter my mind whatsoever. The only thing that I am upholding is the legitimateness and the fairness of the competition. So if I see things that I think are illegitimate, or I think people are cheating, they're not going to be able to participate. Also, yesterday, after the tournament, obviously there was that team that we were extremely sus of, and that we ended up banning off of somebody not having a map downloaded, which was extremely suspicious at the end. And then there was also the team that just got taken out because there was somebody blatantly rage hacking. The second team is still banned, whether they cheated or not, because they tried, his name is a Ball Boz, tried to get somebody else to play on somebody else's account, which you're not allowed to do through Call of Duty Mobile's terms of services. And because the event is sponsored by Call of Duty Mobile themselves, we can't have them in the competition because they tried to break the terms of service of the game. And although that technically isn't a rule of the event, it is a rule of the game, and since Call of Duty Mobile sponsored the prize pool, we have to go by their terms of service, and since they tried to get somebody else to play on the account, regardless, they have to be taken out of the event. So make sure to not let anyone else play on your accounts or break Call of Duty Mobile's terms of service for any of these events, because they do not play ball at that level at all. As soon as they see that somebody's done that, they kick them out. So you cannot break Call of Duty Mobile's terms of service. So yeah, that team cannot participate, unfortunately, just even if they were legitimate from the start, from the get-go, and the review came back and it said that they were legit, which it didn't. But if it did and they still were legit, they can't break the terms of service. So that'll be all we say about, I think their team name was OP90 Rules. If they want to come back next season, which would be the Champions Cup, they're more than welcome to do so. Play it fully legitimately, don't share accounts, stuff like that. But for this one in particular, they can't participate simply because they were sharing accounts, and that's against TOS of Call of Duty Mobile. And I want to make sure Call of Duty Mobile are happy with us, because if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't have events like this in the first place. So thank you, Call of Duty Mobile, for sponsoring today's stream and also the prize pool for the events. I appreciate them more than you guys could ever know. So that's an update on the situation yesterday. Also, I don't appreciate people spamming the spamming in the comment section, false narratives. So I ended up just deleting the comment section for the YouTube stream, because it was just a bunch of, I don't even know a word to describe it, but I was just not dealing with it. And for that, I think that we did a very good job yesterday of dealing with that situation. And what I was seeing from that particular community was just utter hate, and I was not dealing with that. And they were attacking other people in the comment section, they were just like, oh, great stream, and they were just going after every single commenter. So I just deleted them all. I just deleted everything about that situation on the comment section of the YouTube stream only, because I just don't feel like their community was really, I mean, it's the first time we've ever added them in, and they're already targeting everyone, which was extremely disappointing to see. But hopefully as the days go on, they'll realize that I'm not trying to attack anyone. Nobody else is going after any individual country at all. It's just, that's just not how it works. That's not how it works here. We don't do that. We just research and make sure that everyone is legitimate. And the same moderation team is here today to catch any more cheaters. However, I feel like as the days go on, there will be less and less people trying to get away with doing it, because we are watching them like hawks. I mean, everyone is watching them. Screen sharing on Discord, multiple people, as you can see, inside of the room as well. So I just wanted to get that out of the way and clear up any information that people were curious about there. So yeah, if you just joined the TikTok stream, you can rewind the YouTube stream and see what I had to say about all of that stuff yesterday. And if you want to do that after the stream's over, you're more than welcome to do so as well. All right, chat, we're getting into day number 3. However, I feel like we handled yesterday very well as a team, and I'm super excited about day 3. We have a lot of big names in day 3 as well. Tokyo, thanks for another 50 gifted over on YouTube, man. I appreciate it. We have 100 gifted members from Tokyo on the YouTube channel right now, chat. Holy brisket! But yeah, we will uphold our rigorous watching of each individual player and team. A lot of the people that we've seen from last week's competition were extremely sus, and that's why we watched certain teams for this qualifier stage. But yes, Africa's favorite team are back. It's the Chefs. They're in this qualifier as well. I know a lot of people on TikTok are really excited to see the Chefs inside of the qualifiers for day 3. A lot of W Chefs in the chat. We're going to go in straight away into game number 1, chat. That was quick. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and put again on the screen for you guys the way that the scorecard will look. If this is your first time watching any qualifiers before, which it might be, you'll be able to see this scorecard very soon. It will first go up onto the YouTube page. It's down below my face cam on the YouTube page right now. And then we'll go over and put it on TikTok as well for those who have just not seen it before. It's just like a little chart that tracks everyone's scores. I'm gonna actually make it a little bit bigger on TikTok really quick because it's a little bit small. Too small in there right now. There we go. Down on your screen. Right on TikTok, it's on the bottom left. And you can actually change your TikTok into a horizontal screen if you want. You can watch horizontally on TikTok like you do on YouTube, and it will be on the bottom under my face cam on that overlay as well. Depending on where you want to watch it, of course. Horizontal on TikTok, horizontal on YouTube. It's all good. Oh, damn! Yo, I just got a Leon the Kitten, bruv! Damn, that's 5,000 coins, broski! On TikTok, let's go, Cam! W, Cam King, thanks very much, man. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, broski. As you can see, some players do not have all of their teammates in this game because we start the games at 10 past every time. And if they don't have all of their teammates in at 10 past, we start it regardless. We do not wait for any individual team. Like yesterday and the days before, no individual team in this gets priority or special treatment. For example, Ackman's team. They won yesterday's qualifiers, right? If they had have lost the qualifiers and placed 5th, they were not going to get an invite into the finals. They were out completely. There is no special treatment whatsoever for any team in the qualifiers. Everyone is treated exactly equally, and that's the way we will do them going on forward. Speaking of treated equally, are these teams equal in strength? It looks unlikely. As Soy Topo and the boys have just eliminated them from game number 1, the first team to fall. This is one of your best teams inside of not only the region that they're from, but the entire world. These guys are from Latin America based. I believe COD Ninja is actually from the United States of America, but I could be wrong there just because he speaks really great English to me. But he does speak Spanish as well to talk to his teammates, of course, too. These guys are known as Extreme. They placed pretty well in the finals on Saturday there for the Contender Cup. However, they did fall off in the last couple of games. Maybe with this 7-game series, they'll perform better in the Challenger Cup. This time, of course, is being hosted for $5,000 total. Thanks to COD Mobile for that. Shout out to Call of Duty Mobile, little sponsor segment. You already know the vibes, chat. Ackman did win yesterday's qualifier, so good job to him, Low Tech, Senior J, and Slayer. Those guys killed it. Especially after all the drama that was taking place. So good job to those dudes. I am pleasantly surprised that they were able to come out clutch by the end. But as you can see, the scorecard, the top 10 teams all on 0 points because this is the first game. A couple of team names that you may be familiar with from previous days or seasons are OP119. They played last week. Kings also played last week. The X team, which is Extreme, that's this team, I believe, also played last week as well. And then a team that's not on that top 10 list right now is Chefs. But keep in mind, everyone's on 0 points. Speaking of the Chefs, however, it looks like they're getting kills here. Straight off the bat, they've got 3 kills on the board. I'm not sure who they're fighting, but we'll see. It looks like the team is called Dr. Void, and also Dr. Salim. They're trying to find out where they're located right now. They already have 3 kills on the board. There's their 4th, so they've already got a team wipe, 4 points off the bat. They'll be up there at the tippity top of the mountain right now in terms of points, and they're all seemingly using the same tryhard skin. Never mind, only 2 of them are using the same tryhard skin. And then we've got an artery. And whatever this is, I'm not too sure what's going on here. It looks like an oddly colored Charlie skin. But yeah, Cam, thanks again for all of the... for the 5,563 coins, man. I appreciate it, bro. Straight off the start of the stream. You and Pain. As soon as we started the stream today. Thank you very much, guys. Bunny and Soya Stella also in the chat, too. But yeah, I'm glad everyone that had a brain agreed with us yesterday. Unfortunately, it was a TOS violation, and then it was a cheater, so we don't need to talk any more about that. And mods, if you see anybody in the chat ask about it, just tell them that they can go onto the YouTube stream and rewind and see what I said at the start of the stream, just to clear the air, so I don't need to keep answering everyone's questions on the topic. But 4 kills coming through for the Chefs off the bat. Good start. Oh, I forgot Smoothman is in this lobby. And he obviously can't really use his keyboard and mouse here. He was very, very prolific in the Warzone Mobile era for being a very good player on a keyboard and mouse. He was also really good on touch as well. I won't discredit him there. He was good on both inputs. However, he wasn't really known for his skill on Call of Duty Mobile. Rosie Posey, on the other hand, has been known in the past as being a very good Call of Duty Mobile Battle Royale player. However, he did retire for a very long time and then came back when these tournaments were announced to play in them. It seems to be a very big occurrence recently. A lot of players coming back after retirement to play in these events. The last player alive on his team. We'll go down the list and see. There's another AMK roster in this event as well. I believe these guys were known as AMK Feet, which is kind of a weird team name, not gonna lie. And instead of these guys being called Doctor, which I keep calling them, they're actually called Dead Rock. And they just have Doctor as their little initials right there, the little clan tag. Below them for Team 16, you can see they're called Nord. There's also what I would have called them being OG, but they're actually called Odin, supposedly. I would still call them OG, so we'll probably call them by their clan tag instead. We see a couple of more Seal players. We've seen Seal Wolf participate in day 1 and day 2 of the qualifiers, which is legal. You're allowed to replace one of the team members with a substitute, and they just had a substitute from a different team on a different qualifier day, so they were able to have Seal Wolf in yesterday and the day before on 2 different rosters. Looks like they're all just chilling over here. RMZ is a team that I have not seen at all. They're called RMZ Vita. They're brand new to the tournaments. Team 24, we did see these guys. Last week I seen Snack. They're part of the antisocial teams. It seems like she has picked up an entire new roster, and I believe that's Millie, who, if you guys are really OG onto the live streams on YouTube, you may know who Millie is. I think this is the Millie I've played a couple of times with on multiplayer ranked before. It looks like this is 3 girls, maybe, and a guy. I think One Punch is definitely a dude, and then 3 girls in the roster, but it could be 2 too. However, Team 25 are almost eliminated entirely out of the competition from the get-go, which is terrible for them. Going over to Kings, however, they have 8 kills off the bat with only 3 players alive. So this is a very good performance by Kings, considering their 4th player did not show up in time. Like I said before, they need to show up in the first 10 minutes. A great kill coming in there again for them. 9 kills in the board. As a 3-man, they are the most dominant so far. If we go back over onto the X team, they still are sitting with 1 singular team wipe, so they're going to want to stay alive for as long as possible. Remember, today there are 7 games, and there will be 7 games in the finals as well, to make sure we can crown the most consistent and best team inside of the Challenger Cup. That is the way we are going to do it, as RMC's car has been blown up. Everyone's going to go over here to get their loadout, and hopefully we will see some DLQ Omega Maywop mags go on their snipers to be able to get the snipes across the map. It's unfortunate. They could have probably killed a couple of people there, but they didn't end up securing any. And I was going to be able to get a kill onto Miller here with his pistol. Now this team of Kings, as a 3-man, are on 10 kills, the most so far out of anyone. It seems they're getting a lot of frags onto teams that are kind of unknown, almost just like they're feeding them kills at this point. We'll go over to ET for now. We've seen these guys before. They're known as the Evolution team. They have been in this event last week, and now they're in the event, which is for double the money, $5,000. OP119, we've seen these guys as well last week. Unfortunately, they started with only 3 out of the 4 of their players. Whoever is on their roster let them down on the first game. Still have 6 kills, though.
Airdrop has been delivered.
Still have 6 kills. As we go down onto the chefs, you'll be able to see they are still on 1 team wipe total. Open up the map here. It is over by cargo dock, so it seems like the Latin American X team are on the best position off drop, but they've kind of rotated around here. I believe, yeah, they have rotated away, so they're actually chasing a team on the other side. We'll hop on board with them. They went up the hill and they chased a team over here, but I don't think they went for that fight, as they were over in the houses. I think they must have just left them over to this area, and maybe both of them rotated out of that situation. As for now, however, they're going, back into the cargo where they actually spawned and dropped earlier, and RMZ has taken their position of the loadout drop from earlier. We've seen these guys get away from them before. Can they get away from them now, though? All of them are kind of split up here, which is a very bad situation for them to be in. You do not want to be split up as heavily as that. Just looking around for opposing players, as it looks like Chefs have lost one of their guys, being Lex. We'll hop on board with them.
Holographic decoys released.
This fight is happening at a much quicker pace than the other one. They're absolutely surrounded here. Psychosis is going down. I don't know this team. I just know Anti. And Eric is going to get dropped instantly here as well. Are the chefs going to go down at the start of game number 1 too? It doesn't look likely as 2 of their players are able to get out of that situation and they're going to rotate away. Hopping on board with OP119. They do have 6 kills on the board. But if we hop over to the X team, they are getting kills here, or at least a knock. They haven't confirmed any kills so far. Running over for the knock. Kust is going to be the first one to make a push here. Shots are going to go down. AK-117 in hand. Hunter gets dropped along with another player. Leader goes down. 2 players eliminated for the RMZ roster. They've now only got 1 player alive. Looking over for the last guy on the team. I think that he is in the smoke here, trying to hide from COD Ninja and the boys. The shots come in from the side, and Soy Topple is able to take him out. RMZ have been eliminated from game number 1 from the X team. A third party did come in here, but they're a little late to the party, as Drago's trying to hit somebody with an SMRS, trying to get a quick knock and kill, which does come through. Panchito and COD Ninja looks like they're the last alive for the roster, but the push isn't coming down here from that other team, and it seems like AMK Feet maybe might third party these guys from behind as well. Nope, they're going to go right over the bridge across from them. Unfortunate situation there for X team with that third party push, but it doesn't really matter because they're going to get all of their teammates back into the action, and we're going to go ahead and hop on board with the chefs again. They're with 3 players alive. They still haven't got Slick's tag, however. They need to get him back, and it looks like one of them has picked him up. They're reviving him right here. It's going to be Eric for Slick. So they're looking good going into this middle zone. Another kill coming in from Fanto here. These guys are doing amazingly as a 3-man. This might be the best 3-man performance we've seen from any team so far in the qualifiers. 15 total eliminations from a 3-man Kings team. These players obviously very, very good. We've seen them in the qualifiers for last week, and it looks like they're about to get third-partied here from the side. He's been spotted. Anto has seen one of them. 15 points from the team already. Only 14 teams left in this game. Oh, shots go down. Unfortunately, Fanto's going to be in a 1v4 situation. He's definitely going to get knocked here unless his teammates can help him out. Nope, I think the knock's going to come through. Yes, it does. Fanto gets knocked. The trade comes in. It's Citrix going down. It's now in a 3v2 situation, and these guys are gonna get eliminated with 15 kills on the board. They should have stayed alive for longer, and they would have got a lot of points in that first game, but unfortunately their aggression is what is going to take them down in this first game. I do believe that they'll still finish around top 5, as I said before yesterday. About 15 to 16 kills usually gets you top 5 position off the first game. Andrian able to kill another player off that roster. The chefs are not in any action so far, but OP definitely are, as they've got 9 kills so far with the 3-man roster going into game number 1. And as we go down the list, you can see Saludos are on this team. Mr. Sus.amk, Nighty Sway, and Icon Nuggy all here. The X team also still has 4 players alive with 8 kills. Chefs are fully alive now, again with all 4 of their players, along with Evolution team. Looks like they're going to be fighting over on the Latin American squad, though. Shots are going to go down. It looks like Panchito is on the low ground here. Reciba is going around the side to try and get him from the flank, but the shots are going to go down, and he's not going to be able to confirm the kill just yet.
Enemy down.
But he gets it in the end there. Interesting accuracy through the smoke, considering he doesn't have smoke bomber mods. You know what to do. And we'll keep it going, though.
Enemy eliminated.
Reciba gets the kill onto Panchito. 40 people left alive, 41 up so far. Shade on TikTok able to get a kill on the 90. It looks like the third party's coming in here for Reciba, and the Latin American roster of X team are gonna get absolutely folded on the main stage with only 8 kills going their way. No placement points so far on the side of X team. They need to stay alive for a couple of more placements. Going back over to the chefs, however, Aiden Cartwright is gonna give us 10 gifted memberships and become a member himself. Thank you very much, Aiden. I appreciate it, man. Hope you're having a great day. Thank you, bro. Make sure to say W Aiden in the chat, as it looks like Era over here is still alive somehow. The chefs make it into the zone. The zone is rotating across. This is very bad for Kust, as the zone is now coming in. Shot's gonna go down. That car might get exploded here. They're not able to do it in time because only 2 of their players are shooting at it. Era's gonna die right here. Ooh, Father gets the confirmation on that kill and steals it from another roster, I believe, here. Car might run right past him. It does, but they're not gonna be able to shoot it in time. Chef's still alive just for now. We'll hop on board with OP, however, as they are also in a very good position in zone over on the back side. They can rotate in fairly easily. Kuss still the last player alive in his team. He's going to try and get all 3 tags back here. Let's see, are they all still here? They're not. So they have rotated away from Kuss. He's trying to get every single tag. He's able to get another one back in.
Dog tags have been
There they are. They're all revived. So now Kuss does a good job here getting every single player back from the X team. Chef still rotating into the zone. We'll watch a new team that we haven't seen before being AMK Feet. They are also in the brand new zone in a very good position as well. They do have a house to their advantage. Unfortunately, it's not on the high ground, however, as an OP player is able to take down another opposing player. Antisocial still with all 4 players alive as well. Team 22 is the team that we've never seen before, being AF. I believe this is Stalker, who is an African pro player. He talks a lot, and it looks like both African teams are fighting each other, Chefs and his roster here. Stalker is a player that is very vocal inside of the Ferg content server on Discord. We see him a lot. He said to me personally that he wants to get good enough to win one of these competitions on higher ping than the EU or Latin American teams, and this is his chance to do so. Reciba gets knocked outside of the zone. Inner Stalker looking over at the Chefs right here. 2 African teams fighting each other. There are a lot of African teams in today's tournament. We're just looking at 2 right now. I believe OP119 could be Iranian. I'm gonna let my mods decide on that. Man, you can let me know. I think these guys are from the same region. And then the Chefs and Stalker are from Africa. Death getting out of that situation as he's no longer a part of any team up here. A lot of different teams in different houses here. This is good spread. You can see 2 teams here, another team there making 3, and Chefs have their own house, along with OP119 also having their own house. We have 5 teams in this very small zone. This is going to be an interesting end game here, ladies and gentlemen, as another team comes into the houses. It's the X team. I love zones like this, where it all comes down to the final fights. These guys are going to be staying alive this entire zone. There's no reason for either team to push right now, especially as they have central zone in this little town, in this village. Antisocials do have the high ground up at the top, but unfortunately for them, Evolution team is going to be trying to push them, and they don't have a good rotation into zone now because there are so many teams watching them on top of this hill and shooting at them, like the X team from below along with OP team. Chefs might get pushed out of their situation here by the X team. We'll have to see. Along with AMK Feet, they did have the best position in zone. Now they do have one of the worst. Every team alive you are looking at right now does have 2 placement points going in the side of them, as it looks like Stalker and his roster of AF are pushing in to try and kill this team here. They want to get more points on the board. I don't know if that's a good position to do here, and it looks like Stalker is rotating back from there. Definitely, if you're a team in these houses, you do not want to push anyone because you do have the best spot in the zone. Matran over here, I believe he's the last player alive for his team. He is. They do have 11 kills on the board and 2 points, so they have 13 points total if you include their placements.
Engaging.
Shots are going to go down again here. A lot of different teams are trying to pick each other off,
Engaging the enemy.
as it looks like Chefs are going to be fighting. Able to take down Stryko from AMK. They may be fully dead here. It looks like they are. Chefs still have all 4 alive with 6 kills. X team are also taking shots onto another roster here from above. It is the Antisocials team trying to get some picks made, but Kust is in a supreme position right now, being able to shoot them from the side. He needs to land more shots, able to get a crack here, gets the knock onto her blue eyes. That's a superb knock through the window, and they might be using the airborne to get into a better position for the Antisocials roster here. We'll hop on board with them. Are they going to use the airborne? Nope, they're not able to use it just now. They have the divot to their advantage, and another team's going to rotate over from the side onto them. Shot's going to go down here, hit with the Maywalt mag. I wouldn't take that peek. 16 kills on the board here from the AF squadron, with Stalker from Africa still alive and his whole team. They do have a player down below, actually 2 players down below. We just seen one open up the door. Stalker's going to run right in there. He's going to get knocked instantly, unfortunately, from that player in the window. Shots are going to go down again. OP is taken out of this conversation, and they're going to be able to bring back 2 of their players as long as Silver does stay alive, and it looks likely. But the zone's going to come in here. These guys might die outside of the zone. It might be all she wrote for that roster, as Chefs do get eliminated here along with other players from this team. The X team do seem to have the best position in zone, being the only players left with a full man roster inside of a house. Shot still going down. Idiot's gonna get knocked here. It's now all down to D from that roster that they're shooting from the side. X team definitely the best position in the zone. They have 9 kills so far. 4 teams left alive, as it looks like all of the African rosters have been eliminated. Anti-socials have made it this far into the competition with a couple of kills here and there, but X team still the best place in this zone. I do gotta give credit to these guys though. They are getting their other player, trying to get him back alive here, but the smoke's gonna go down and they may get knocked. Yes, they are. That was just too long. It took too long of a time there for him to get the revive off. A little bit of a miscommunication and a terrible play by them, but Vint is still alive. Last guy alive on his team. Anti-socials are in a definite good position to win this here. However, I do think the X team do have the best position in the zone to take home this victory. D's just trying to stay alive for as long as possible inside of that bush. But it really all comes down to X team. It's their game to choke as they're trying to move closer into the middle of the zone. We'll hop on board with them right now. They do have a very good area here to use. I think Anti-Socials will need to push into them as they take down another player and get a confirmation kill onto one of the other teams. It's not going to take a team slot down, so they're still 4th place for now. Villain is still alive. He's going to move over into the X team's eyes. Millie goes down as well. D gets killed. One punch is going to get Pangino here, and it's all going to come down to the final second. Soy Top with a 1v1 situation. He's going to get knocked by Snack, and Anti-Socials are going to take the first game. Wow, that really went down to the last zone there because of the house placements. And it looks like Anti-Socials, a team that were very bad last week, I have to say, are now winning game number 1 with quite a few kills, I believe. Yes, they do. They have 10 total kills with the first place finish. That is going to give them 20 points, which actually means that the team we've seen before, being Kings with 15 points, won't be that far behind them. Along with the Latin American roster X team here, they have 11 kills total, so they're going to be able to secure themselves 18 points. So I might actually be wrong here, ladies and gentlemen. The Kings team might actually go further up the rankings, maybe into a 4th place position, just based off of their kills. Team 19 here, you can see they're known as the OGs. Team 19, they have Ada and Anat, Lee, OG, Julie, and Vint. They're able to get a lot of kills in that game with 17, so they're going to secure themselves around about 21 points. They're actually going to be in the 1st place position, even though they finished 4th place in that game. So putting themselves into the 1st place is actually pretty decent for them. As you can see further down, Team 22 being Stalker's roster, they got a lot of kills as well. 18th place finish for them. They're going to finish with 20 points, being tied for the 1st place team here, being Anti-Social. They both got 20 points total. The Chefs are down there in the 8th place position. They're not going to be able to get too many points. They didn't get a lot of kills here, and they only finished in 8th place, so they didn't have a good performance there, unfortunately. Looks like they got 6 kills total. That's going to give them 8 points as well. OP, also a disappointing placement for them. They did get a lot more kills than Chefs, however. Luckily for them, they were able to secure 12 kills with 2 points for placement. They're going to get 14 points total, so they won't be that far behind a lot of the other teams. And there really wasn't any standout performances from any team in the first game. Does that mean that this is quite an evenly matched qualifier? It's yet to be seen. I will say, when Kings get their 4th player back, I think they may be the standout contenders, because they did that with only 3 players. They were actually able to get 16 kills. I thought it was 15, so they're going into the 2nd game with 16 points. A really good performance from Kings there in the first game, ladies and gentlemen. Really good performance indeed. If you're new to the stream, make sure to follow and subscribe if you haven't already. We're doing qualifiers this entire week up until Friday, and then on Saturday we have the finals of the $5,000 tournament. So you better stay subscribed and followed for that. They are very good indeed, Primecraft over on YouTube. That's a fact. Hey Linux, how you doing, man? What's up, Ebony? Congratulations on, actually, you didn't even receive a sub. You've had that sub forever. I'm gonna assume that Mueller got a gifted membership over on, YouTube. Congrats on that. iFerg, bro, what's up? Toasted, how you doing? Yeah, that was the first game, ladies and gentlemen, the first game for today. Akman has qualified into the finals. You will see him again on Saturday, ladies and gentlemen. You see him again on Saturday. Hey chat, of course you can spam the flag of the country that you're representing or the flag of the country that you are supporting in the chat if you want. It looks like Kings did get their final player in. Madnan, you might want to confirm that that is their final player. It looks like a weird name that they might not pick up. I don't know. This guy right here. he just has a weird name. I don't think like Kings would play with. I don't know. Like I feel like names tell you so much about people. I knew it. I freaking knew it. I knew that guy wasn't in the team. Just the way his name looked was not congruent with how Kings set up their names. I've actually known Serena. Well, I didn't know of him, but he knew me, and he actually killed me in a Battle Royale game like 7 years ago. He sent the link into the Ferg content server as soon as he joined. He was like, look, I killed you back in this other game that's not in the App Store anymore. I could not believe it. He had it on his Instagram. He's been playing against me supposedly for years. Obviously, I'm retired now, and he's still playing. So let's see if he does good today. He is part of that Kings team, so I do see those guys qualifying. And they're definitely my #1 pick to qualify out of any team in here. If I had to pick another team, it would be the X team. So I think Extreme and Kings will be your first 2 placers into the Saturday qualifier, or the Saturday finals. Where there are not, they will drop to 3rd and 4th place and have to go into the Friday qualifiers, is yet to be seen. But they would be my first 2 picks. #1 and #2 would be in either way, Kings or X team. I think that either of those teams will be #1 or 2. 3 and 4, a little bit harder for me to say. I'm not gonna lie, I'd love to see Stalker and his roster perform well because he's been talking a big game and he has been improving a lot, supposedly. If you have not watched any of the other qualifiers, we are doing 4 blackout maps and 3 isolated maps for the qualifiers, and they will also be the same for the finals. That's also the reason why Ackman's team wanted to play in the qualifiers instead of getting their automatic bid into the finals, because they won last week's season, and they decided to go through the qualifiers because they wanted to practice on both maps against good teams, and that's exactly what they got. They practiced, they finished first, they got the world record for a Game 7 series on qualifiers. I believe they got over 160 points yesterday. A lot of points. Kings do have their full team now. This, of course, is isolated. I'll be interested to see where people land, and if they end up landing in the same places for the finals if they make it. We've seen the Ackman's team land Turbine for Blackout, and they land Black Market for Isolated. Whether or not other teams will land in those positions in the finals is yet to be known, but it looks like people are landing here for a separate day of qualifiers. It's Kings versus OP. I actually forgot the OP were in here while I was looking at the teams here, but they're definitely a team I would say that will go to sudden death qualifiers for Friday and maybe get their way through that. I do think the Kings are a little bit better than them, and I do think the X team are a little bit better than OP119, but I would make the argument that OP119 are the 3rd best team inside of this qualifier, as Wonder and OP11 get knocked instantly. And a full kill comes through. It looks like they're going to be able to secure 2 kills as one of their other players are going to run away, try and get as far away as possible. He's the last guy alive from this roster. If he dies this early on, it's going to be detrimental for the OP119 team. I've now received the brand new updated scoreboards as OP119 is about to die here to Satama. Can he get that full kill? No, he cannot. Doesn't get any points, unfortunately. A terrible showing for the OP119 team. Bro, can I ask you something? Of course, you can ask me whatever you want. You just did ask me something, broski, by asking me that question. The scoreboard is updated over on the YouTube side of things. TikTok, I'm coming to you next to update the scoreboard. So far inside of the competition after game #1, the OG is on top with 21 points. 20 points here by AF. We're just going to call him AF for short. That is a fully African roster, being in the 2nd place position. I'm not sure where the OG are from. OP are from Iran. I'm not sure where OG are from though. Antisocial, I believe, are a American roster, and X Team are a primarily Latin American roster with 18 points in that 4th place position. Kings are sitting there with 16, like I guessed at the start. 5th place. They did end up getting 5th place like I thought at the start. OP were 6th place there, but they're unfortunately going to drop after that terrible performance here in game #2, being the first and only team up until this point to be completely eliminated from the game. Kings are looking absolutely splendid here in the 2nd game. We'll go ahead and pause the music and start a fight happening. Mercedes able to take down D, but unfortunately he's gonna die to Smoothment, one of the best Warzone Mobile players in the world, if not the best Warzone Mobile player in history. Unfortunately, the game just did not succeed to the same heights as Call of Duty Mobile. At least not yet. We'll see if that ever happens, but Call of Duty Mobile still on top. Mitrin, the last guy alive on this team. They've only got 1 kill so far, so 1 point on the board for game #2. I would make the argument that he's in a pretty bad spot here. as Smoothment and the boys are probably hunting him down. Smoothment and Scope being the last 2 alive for their team, it looks like. We'll hop on over to the Chefs. Chef and Up right here pushed and gets knocked. They have 3 kills on the board. The Chefs did get into the leaderboards for last game. They only finished 10th, however, which I'm actually surprised by. They kind of just lost their way there because they didn't finish in high enough in placing. They only had 6 kills. So they got 6 kills last game with 2 placement points. 4K is in the finals, chat. Yep, they are actually in the finals already. Oh, damn, the beast. Thank you for the 50 gifteds over on YouTube, man. I appreciate it. W, I just seen that. I hope that's the chat spam W the beast. Is that the beast? Are you from TikTok? Are you the beast that always gives me galaxies over on TikTok? I think you are, right? I'm gonna assume you are. Thanks very much, man. You're a great supporter of the stream. Much love, dude. I really appreciate it. Chefs are being a little bit more aggressive this game. They have 5 kills already on the board, and now there's only 21 teams left in this Game 2 qualifier match. Heading over to the Kings again, it looks like they're going to use the chopper, and there's nobody around them anymore, so they should be good to go. The Latam team, X team, are not getting any kills off the bat, but they have spotted somebody over here. It looks like Snack and Anti-Socials are here. Oh my god, they're going for the fight straight off the bat. Kust has spotted one of them. It's Millie down below on the stairs. Shots go down, almost cracked, but doesn't quite get her. Anti-Socials are playing a very tight-knit style of play here, all in this room, except for one of them. One punches down below, waiting to see if anyone flanks from behind. I wouldn't push into this if I was X team. I wouldn't want to take this fight. It looks like they've realized that there's only 2 people left in here, though, so they might actually go for a 4v2 push, and if they do, that's going to be absolutely tragic for Anti-Socials. Shots do go down. Snack knows that something's going on here. They need to fight this as a team, as Her Blue Eyes gets eliminated instantly. Millie's also going to get downed right there. Terrible position for that team, and I think Anti-Socials are going to get wiped here by bad positioning. They had good positioning at the start, but unfortunately one of them rotated out of the situation and left 2 people in a room that you could see into, which meant that the X team could see that there was only 2 people in that room and they could challenge them as a 4-man, making it a 4v2 situation. And unfortunately Snack and One Punch just weren't there to retaliate back and make it a 4v4, and that is why their team got wiped. 3 kills on the board from X team in that fight, and 0 on the board from Anti-Socials, which is a very bad position for them to be in, especially since they are technically tied for second and 1 point behind first. After the first game, this is the closest we've ever seen a qualifier, so it might be a good set of a Game 7 series. Or a 7-game series. AMK Feet have 1 kill on the board, as it looks like Dead Rocco only have 1 player alive. Chefs again going a little bit more aggressive here. We'll hop back on board with them and see who they're fighting. They've already got a knock and a kill here. Robert's going to go down from Eric. The retaliation play will come in here from Yizzy. He's probably going to get knocked as well. Eric goes down. 6 kills on the board from the Chefs. Slick does not have any more plates, so they're going to rotate out of that situation and go for a little bit more looting. Lex still up as well. They're not going to be able to get back those tags, but the teams that they were fighting here, if I can get on board with them, it is a 2v2. And it looks like they're getting third-partied by another roster here from behind. It is AMK Feet are coming from behind. Along with another team are also possibly going to third-party, which would be a 4th party. Chef Lex is rotating around on the bike, able to get both tags from his team, I believe. So they're going to be good for now. Let me check. I think he got both of those tags. Yeah, there's the second one. So both of those players should be in Lex's inventory, ready to get scanned back. So they'll get all 4 of their players up and moving. Snoopy also going around trying to get his teammates tags here as the 3rd party came in. This is a very good performance here in game number 2 from the Chefs. Very, very good performance. Speaking of good performances, however, it seems like the X team are also in another fight here. And they have trapped a team and they've decided to play football with this roster. I don't know what they're doing. Oh, shots are going to go down. Panchito has spotted King. Gets the kill straight onto him. 6 kills on the board from X team. They're still playing football, looking like Ronaldo. Ronaldo. This is going to be risky for them, because if they don't rotate outside of this zone, they will die in it. If I was one of them, I would take that helicopter and try and get away.
Airdrop incoming.
Look at that. Interesting. I wouldn't do this if I was the X team. They're too far up the leaderboards to do it. Panchito Did he just die outside of zone? No, he didn't. He just went down. Interesting situation for the qualifiers, chat. Not gonna lie, as Tataya is gonna get out of there entirely and rotate into the zone. Luckily for him, the entire team was focused on the wrong guy. Are they doing damage to him? I'm actually not sure. I think they do like 1 damage per hit, possibly. And Kust is looking for the other player on the roster. Tataya, he has spotted them, I think, here. Yes, he has. He's going to go for the kill.
Engaging the
Shots go down. 100 damage done with the AK-117. I'm not sure why he's using that red dot when he has the mythic on. Taya's able to get the plate on. As the chefs are also in a fight right here. I'm going to go ahead and go on to the chefs, actually, because they only have 2 left, and I believe that the X team are going to be able to kill that team without any trouble. Chefs looking very bad now. They had a very good start, and now going into the mid-game, they are looking a little bit underwhelming, as 2 more of their players have been knocked after they were all revived into the lobby. Very unfortunate situation for them to be in now. 6 points, though. We'll put them right up the leaderboards, but they really need to survive for as long as possible. As it looks like Tataya is going to get knocked here. All of them are surrounding them. There it is. The knock comes through. It is traded.
Enemy down.
And Andrian is going to rotate out of the football field as well. Let's go on to other teams. As you can see, this is the Warzone Mobile Pro team.
Chip terminal is almost
They've decided to come over to COD Mobile and play in these tournaments. 6 kills from them as well.
airdrop has been delivered.
Very good performance so far from this roster. OP119, they did get eliminated at the start, unfortunately, my man. They were a very good team from Iran. Oh, it looks like the kills are going to come through here. SMRS in hand, does not land the shot. Rosie Posey in a terrible position here, standing out in the open. He's going to get knocked instantly and full killed. He did get the cluster strike down in time, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Oh, he gets 1 with it. 1 kill and probably a bunch of damage. Interesting movement there by Rosie. I think he misclicked or something. It looks like Smootman's looking for a secondary knock here onto the team. Scope is also there for cover fire. Dark also alive on the team. The only person to go down here would be Rosie, and they've been able to scan him back in. I'm not sure if they got that full kill onto that player that Rosie was able to kill here, but they do have 6 kills on the board totally as a team. AMK feet, another AMK roster. Still alive, 4 kills for them. Dead Roko, looks like one of their players did not spawn in with them as well. He didn't join back into the room on time. They have 0 kills, so 0 points so far. Tataya is still dead. However, his teammates have all been able to land in, and it looks like the Latin American Team X are fighting anti-socials here. As we look at the zone. Interesting zone. If I was to pick where to go, it would probably be where Stalker is. But he's not allowed to use a tank, so he better not go in that tank right there. Tanks are technically banned, as chefs are also in another fight. Outside of the zone once more, able to take down somebody else. They've got 8 kills on the board now. They're looking very good here, but they just don't have tags to revive their teammates, I believe. There they are. They're coming back right now. All 4 players up for the chefs. I'm sure a lot of the Africans in the TikTok chat will be very excited about that. Hopping over to Team 3, however, I haven't seen too many situations from Saludos. They only have 1 kill on the board as well, so a disappointing performance from them, especially when they're on Team 3. The mods usually rank people in their team position based off of how good they are, and they like to keep the best teams in the top 10 positions in terms of team placement slots. So these guys have been kind of unperforming here. As Eric is going to get knocked right there from Inner Stalker, another African pro team. It seems like these guys fight each other quite a lot. As Ninja's also going to get knocked here from a Kings player, being Satama. If the trades are going to come through, Kira's going to get knocked and full killed as well. Now in a 3v3 situation, it's X versus Kings. And Cheeto gets the knock onto Santama. Can he get the full kill though? That's the question. So Topo going around the side here, and it looks like they're going for the res. This might not be the play here from Fanto. He's going to go ahead and get shots over onto Soy Topo, but the transform shield goes down, and there comes another knock in the way of X team. Serena, now the last person alive from the Kings roster. This could be very bad if they die early again in this game. He's in a very difficult situation. Shots go down. He's not with the land, and Kings are eliminated from game number 2 with their entire roster in the game. 9 kills on the board, I believe, there, so they're going to go up a little bit more in terms of total points, I believe, up to 25, but still a disappointing place placement from them. Chefs also still in a fight right here. They're getting naded off of their motorcycle from a team on their behind. It could be Stalker's roster, and it is Stalker's roster along with another team on the hill. We've seen these guys before. They fought the Movement roster over on the other side. But Chef's able to get away for now. They have all of their teammates back alive, which is great for them. So do the X team. Unfortunately, Kings did get eliminated, so they are out with 25 total points on the board.
Chip terminal is almost ready.
Again, not seeing much from Saludos here. All 4 players are gonna get eliminated by an explosion to the car. I've never seen that in the history of a tournament. Every single one of their guys just died out of that car. 12 kills coming in the way of this team. Wow. I was not expecting that. Team number 19, also known as the OGs. That actually shocked me. I didn't think all 4 of them died there, but they all did. Completely annihilated. RIP. Going over to Team 22 now, however, the AF team, AF. They have 1 kill, but they are going to get placement points here if they survive for a little while longer. They had more kills last game. RMZ also being able to stay alive in this game number 2 on Isolated. Game 3 will be hosted on Blackout. We'll be going back and forth throughout the entirety of the qualifiers. As Footlover AMK, oh my god, that must be why they're called Feet, has been knocked. And they are eliminated from this game as well. Soy Topo from X Team, able to get 2 knocks over there. Let's check them out. What are you doing here? They are fighting. It's Ace Tataya. They've spotted him. No, they haven't. He's under there right now. They're getting third party from behind from a different roster. Comendino is able to take down Kust with the sniper across the map. And it looks like the third party is going to come in hard here as a cluster strike has been put right on top of Team X. Nades are going over. They have spotted where this third party has been coming from. Whether they will push them out of that situation is an entirely different question. As I believe Tataya is going to get away from here again. Look at that spot. Oh my god. What are you doing in here? You were the original fighting team, and now you will probably turn into the third party. As Chefs have came in for a third party situation here with all 4 of their players alive. It looks like X team are rotating down and below. They do not want to take that fight any longer. Do any of them see Tataya? No, they don't. So Tataya is going to be up there for now, staying alive. Nobody knows that they're there. They do not have the next zone, however, so they're going to need to rotate into it. COD Ninja is up, still up high. Oh dear, SMRSs are coming in here, and it looks like they're going to get fourth partied here by Euro from behind. There are 4 different teams trying to take down X team. If you include Tataya, that would be 5 different teams trying to take them down all at the same time. This is a terrible situation for them to be in. The fact that 3 of them are still alive right now is a miracle. Euro rotating into the zone. Rosie Posey also around this situation. Euro is going to rotate in from behind. Soy Topo, he's probably going to get exploded here. Yes, he falls. Now only 2 players alive for this roster. Terrible situation for X to be in. Chefs are now taking down Euro from behind. Euro, I believe, are a Asian team. Chefs drop his transform shield Slick straight under the ground. Don't know if that was the play right there. Maybe he flashed that guy from that far away. I'm not really too sure the distance on the transform shield currently inside a battle royale, but I would never put a transform shield down that far away. Maybe it helped them out. Who knows? Maybe it did. They do have 9 kills on the board right now, and they're about to get 2 more extra points for qualification placements. Tataya still alive. Dead Rocco, also conscious, still alive for the team. If these 2 guys dropped, it would be great for other teams with a lot of people alive. Going over to RMZ. A lot of different teams only have 1 player left here. As Eric is able to take down another, will hop on board with them right now. And Panchito is dead, meaning that the X team have been eliminated at the 11th place position. Also meaning they get no placement points at all. Stop trying. Thanks for the hand, Heart Broski. As we look over on 2 Chefs here. Rosie Posey able to take down 1 as well. Chefs are not in any fights, and they do have a spot in zone. I would argue the best spot in zone is Team 12 are also still alive. Thanks for the galaxy, brother. The boys, they are known as. Team 12, Toya, we've seen them before. They're going to go ahead and get some fights over onto Euro. The crack comes in. Can he get the full kill? No, he can't. 1 shot is all it was taken here. Dark dies outside of zone. He's going to get knocked in full kill. Rosie Posey looking like the last player alive for his team. They do get a lot of points here in the ways of kills with 9 and a 7th place finish will be 11 points total, but I think he's going to die outside of the zone here, and yes, he is. He falls, and now only 5 teams left in it. The boys are still alive, but the chefs are going to go for this push. All 4 of their teammates are up now. It's a 4v3 situation, trying to take the high ground off the boys. Shots go down, Config gets knocked, but the trades are coming in from behind. Fanshia is going to die from the other chefs player. More shots going down, and the chefs have 15 kills going into the end game. Unfortunately, they do lose 2 of their players here, ladies and gentlemen, but on a very good position nonetheless. They need to rotate into the next zone. If I was to guess on any team to win this, it would be Team 19, which is known as the OGs. They have all 4 players alive, but don't let that distract you from the fact that chefs are in a very solid position here, placing 3rd, while also getting a ton of kills is going to secure them about 18 points here, I believe. At least 18. I think they're actually going to be able to get 20 points off of this placement alone with their kills. So 20 points total so far. They're going for a different fight here. I think they're going to go for 2nd place instead of 1st and try and get one of the other teams out, which would be Euro. They only have 1 player left alive. The cluster strike is going to go down onto that team. A 1v1 could happen here by I'm Exy, or it will be a 2v1. We're yet to see here, as he has been spotted, and they know that it's only 1 player, so they want to try and kill him out first, as they know they're not going to be able to win that 4v2 situation. Slick's moving into the zone here. They're getting chased down right now. The shots are going to go in, and chefs are going to lose their 2nd place spot, die in 3rd. And this team have been looking good this game, being the OGs. They're going to get the win with a lot of kills. Not that good of an end game for a couple of teams there, but the chefs had a supreme performance along with this team. If we open up the scoreboard right here, we'll be able to see where everyone placed. Hero, thanks for becoming a sub over on TikTok, man. I appreciate it. Great performance there from the chefs. Let's pull up their kills. Let's pull them up. All right, so they got 15 kills with a 3rd place finish. Yeah, that does guarantee them 20 points, so they're going to go right up the rankings here. They were 10th place, I believe, after game number 1, and now they were going to go shot probably straight into like a 5th or a 6th place position at least after that game, which means they're right beside the sudden death qualifier teams as well. X team, I think they had a good performance there. They died a little bit earlier than they would have liked, but I believe they did get a lot of kills, so I think they will still be a sudden death qualifying team as it stands currently. Surprising from that team right there. I didn't expect them to win any games today, but they came in crushing it. Team 19, also known as the OGs. They got a lot of kills. With 20 kills and a win, that's 30 total points. So even if they got 0 points last game, they are still in a good position after game number 2. Probably middle of the pack of the top 10, maybe like a 6th or even higher than that finish. But definitely good performance there from Euro as well. We haven't seen these guys before inside of, oh well, at least I haven't paid attention to them before, this specific Euro team inside of the competition so far. Team number 17. They're called Euro Excelsior, and they got a lot of kills there as well with 18 and a 2nd place finish. That's going to guarantee them 25 points for that single match. Team 23, however, they are finishing 4th place. I wouldn't say they're going to go anywhere in terms of the scoreboard just because they got so little kills. The boys got a little bit more kills, however, with 11 and a 5th place finish. That's going to be an okay performance. As you can see, Smoothment's team finishing in 6th place with about 9 kills as well. Terrible performance from Kings as they finish way down at 14th place, not able to get any placement points whatsoever, but they are able to get 9 kills in the board, so they won't drop too far. I do believe that Soy Topo and the boys from the X team will still be close to sudden death, if not in sudden death as well. They did get a lot of kills, they just didn't place that highly, and AMK Feet getting 7 kills there with the 12th place finish. As we go further and further down, Anti-Socials are probably going to drop out of that top position, and they were tied 2nd and 3rd place there going into that game. They're probably going to go out of sudden death entirely and drop significantly down the scoreboard for placing so poorly in that matchup, along with OP1119. The first team to drop, the team from Iran, performing terribly in the 2nd game. Unfortunately, they had a decent first game, but it looks like they've let it slip when they played against Kings off drop. You do not want to fight Kings on a drop. They know Black Market like the back of their hand. And as we go up the leaderboard, you can see there is, I believe, Evolution team finishing terribly as well. And a lot of the teams down at the bottom here, disappointing performances, not very many kills until you get up to the X team further into 11th place. So an interesting performance from a lot of different teams right there, chat. I don't know where the leaderboards are going to be. I don't even want to calculate them because so many of the teams that finished really good in that first game did terrible in the second game, like OP119 did terrible and Antisocials also doing extremely bad. Kings had a pretty disappointing performance as well, so the leaderboards are actually going to be shifted up entirely. And if you want to play in any of these tournaments in the future, make sure you join my Discord. It will be linked in the description of the YouTube stream or in the chat right now. And if you're on TikTok, you can click the link in my TikTok bio. We'll be getting the graphics for game number 2 very, very shortly. And congratulations to Chefs for performing very well in that match, and also to the OGs for winning game number 2. Yes, a lot of people want to see Chefs win in the TikTok chat. YouTube chat, what team are you supporting? It's obvious to me that Chefs are the favorites for TikTok, but what about YouTube? Do you guys have any particular team that you want to see win more than the other ones? I'll wait to see what you guys say over on YouTube. W Yap, and what's up, Medeo? Oh, that you guys want Chefs as well to win? Team 19 says Bacon. Team 19 is, of course, OG. They won the last game. A surprising and very good performance from them. Okay, so a lot of people just want Chefs. I'm seeing some Euros in there on TikTok. Euros are, of course, an Asian team. They might even be from Garena. I'm not 100% sure if they are from Garena, but I know that they're definitely... The Euro teams are all Asian teams, unless it's like a new subsidiary or derivative of Euro. No 4K. 4K have already qualified, John. Make sure you tell all of your friends that 4K have already qualified. They're in the finals after being big content creator teams. Those teams get auto-qualified unless they personally ask us to not auto-qualify them like Akman's team did on day 2 of the qualifiers. But even with the auto-qualification, they were able to qualify in at first place. We switched out their team for another team. The team that replaced them from the big creators side of thing is a team headed by Balor, and with a bunch of other creators on that roster, like Peanut is in there. I'm not too familiar with the rest of the players, but I know Peanut and Balor are in that team that replaced the big creators teams for week number 2 of this, which is, of course, the Challenger Cup. Antisocials, we've got an Antisocials fan in there. Good job. Unfortunately, they did underperform in the second game. I think that for today's games, the Chefs are definitely the #1 team. Mods, if you want to time out anyone that's bringing up stuff from yesterday, you're more than welcome to do so. It looks like Simp was able to take them out already. They can spam W Chefs. I think Simp accidentally deleted your message there, Johnny, so hopefully they can get you untimed out if that's a possibility. They were trying to go after a different guy called Ali. WAMK, okay, David's voting for AMK right here. I'm ready to go as soon as Madnan is. We're waiting to see. I believe they get about 5 minutes after each game to get players back in to the game. But Madnan's about to start it here, and then we'll get into game number 3. Remember, it's a 7-game series, chat. A 7-game series in its entirety for the finals and the qualifiers. And you join, of course. You just need to sign up and register a team in the Discord. Absolutely, chat. Happy New Year to you too. Thanks very much. There you go, Johnny. You're back again. Sorry about that, man. Yeah, I would love to see Chefs make it into the finals as well. I'll give you sure if they're not hacking, we have a moderation team in watching everyone. Yesterday I got a couple of things saying check the recordings. Unfortunately, recordings don't matter because any kind of like cheat software doesn't appear in recordings. In order for somebody to be fully legit 100% without a doubt, they would need to be streaming with a hand cam for you to know that they are 100% not cheating. Any other time, there's always a shed of doubt. Easy Carry says, Piggy, what's up, dude? How you doing, Brisky? Oh, did my TikTok just... Gotta bring TikTok back up. I wonder if it's the alerts on TikTok that causes it. Man, are you up to something right now? I wonder why the game's not starting, chat. Alright, bringing it back.